go. All right, using the octopus mount today so I can get a little better cam view for you all. I'm just gonna make sure we're all doing good. I don't like using the reverse positioning, so all right, looks like we're live and rolling. Live and direct, I am Basslightning, and welcome to another hard rock original live set. Some more instrumental guitar music to present. I have more vocal stuff coming up. Probably into November. We're almost at the end of October here. So probably into November, I'll have some full virtual stage performances coming up. Probably another week or so, maybe week and a half or so. Maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. So I've just been focusing on workshops and sit-down instrumental stuff on my virtual stage, just to kind of fill in the gaps until I get the full show back up and running. That will be soon though, but probably I'm guessing a week and a half to 2 weeks or something like that before I have new virtual stage. Plenty of stuff on my timeline if you scroll down through there for past virtual stage and recent sit-down sessions, and so there's plenty of material, and on my YouTube channel, of course. Don't forget to check out my theory workshop I just put out on my bass workshop for bass guitar, theory basics, and what I did back in the beginning to learn it, and what you can do to prepare yourself to advance your playing through learning theory and application. And the biggest thing with that is your building blocks, as I showed in the workshop, is start with the very raw basics. Don't get overwhelmed by too much information at once, and just take things one step at a time, just like when you're learning anything. And that's the best way to do it on guitar, bass, drums, piano, saxophone, whatever it is you play. That same method and concept will work. So I'm gonna do some more instrumental guitar stuff here. Some of this material ends up as regular songs. Other pieces end up as just song skeletons, and they just stay that way. It just depends on what I'm writing when I get the lyrics to put to the music and what works. I'll pull different parts, as I'm drawing and creating. On my theory workshops, it's the exact opposite of what I'm doing here. That is all objective. It's all math brain. You need to know that stuff too. It's very important. And that way, when you know the rules, then you can break them, so to speak. So I guess that's about it. I have 4 songs here to present on today's set. Kind of an odyssey of sorts. This stuff is, some of it gets out there a bit, but it is what it is. That's how I write. But yeah, for sure, I'm going to have full virtual stage up and running here, most definitely next month. And I'm going to be, just coming at you guys live, just like I always have. I'm live right now, so yeah, I'm a real person. This is not fake. This isn't a fake Facebook account trying to get free money from people. I don't want your money. I just want you to crank my music. So there you go. Let's get this going. Yeah, not bad for a bass player, huh? Oh my god. Yeah, I could make it as a professional guitarist out there, probably anywhere in the world. But I enjoy presenting my own material, and once I turn this to business, then it kind of ruins the spark for me. You know, I mean, it's like I don't know, it's just that mindset thing. You know, like I've mentioned in some of my workshops and whatever. Taste can't be taught, and also, um, you know, once I start having to work on cover songs all the time on this thing, or my Les Paul or whatever, um, I don't know. It just kind of, I look at it like my bass work. You know, my bass work is more fun here than it is in any band situation. You know, not that it's not fun to be out on stage, of course, but if you want to get work in this region, it doesn't really matter how much you know or how good you are. You need to play cover songs. Unless you're a signed act and you can play in like some of the big venues like Higher Ground, Pickle Barrel in Killington, you know, Higher Ground in South Burlington, Flynn Theater in Burlington, and places like that that are like headliner national act type of scenarios. And of course you can play your own stuff because you have a national established act, you're signed, you have management, you're out on the road, you know, you're popularized, if I can pronounce it properly. You know, of course, you know, then you can do your own thing and be out there. But to get to that point is very difficult in the music industry. It doesn't matter how good you are. You could be an amazing player and not be able to get work anywhere because you're not playing the right material for what is hiring in that particular area. I'm not just talking bar gigs. I'm talking, you know, corporate parties, weddings, and things like that, where I used to be on that type of circuit where we got much better paying shows like years ago. Since I've been up here, I've really mostly just done, you know, the club circuit, and it doesn't really pay that much for what you're doing. I mean, you're driving all over Kingdom Come on real amounts of rehearsal time. In today's economy, with this crappy economy we're in, not to get into politics or anything, but you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then you're clueless. But you know, it just doesn't pay. I mean, if you're getting, let's say, $500-600 a night, you know, and you're splitting that amongst 3-4 people, 5 people sometimes, and then you're spending $30 on gas to get there and back home. See what I'm saying? Food or whatever. I mean, unless you're packing a lunch. I don't know too many people that do that, but you know, it just doesn't financially make sense in this economy to do that unless you join an already established band that's been out there, and even then you're still not getting, you're still using your own vehicle to get to the locations. You know, the best situation is to get some kind of a, like a crew bus kind of thing in a signed band. You're going to travel more, but you get paid better money for playing usually better music, or you know, not necessarily just cover songs. So there's different scenarios and what makes a musical situation better for a professional musician like myself. Um, you know, personally, I don't want to ruin my guitar work with business. I don't want to spend all that time deciphering, you know, Eddie Van Halen wannabe stuff and all these different cover songs, and that's what I have to spend all my time on doing. I wouldn't be able to do a lot of this kind of stuff because I'd be spending all my time doing that, you know. That's kind of how I approach my bass work. You know, bass is my business instrument, and it's not as fun. It's just not as fun. Not in a cover band scenario. It's more fun here when I'm able to do my workshops and my hard rock original instrumental bass stuff and my vocal music with bass and stuff. Way more, and I expand myself way more in this lab than I ever could in a cover band anywhere. You know, absolutely, 100% on guitar or bass. I've been able to do more here and accomplish more musically here than I ever have in any cover band I've ever been in my entire life. And I've been in a lot of them. I've been in some successful projects. I've been in some dead end projects. I've played, you know, like I said, well over 2,500 shows, all professionally established and everything. And I don't see it really changing. I mean, you have to have the right product to present, especially on a local circuit. If you're on sign and they don't know you, you're going to be doing the same thing everybody else is doing who plays, you know. And if you want to get paid and you want to, you know, have a working project, that's just reality. So, you know, that's my take. Anyways, thanks for joining me on my hard rock original. And if you want to hang on a minute, I got to check something out here. All right. All right. So that's basically it. I'm gonna do one more song for you all, and you know, I've been putting a little more narrative in some of my videos. Just I don't know why. It's just well, I know that some people who watch these my content don't really know me in real life and don't know, well, there's a guy playing guitar, there's a guy playing bass, whatever, you know. I'm just somebody who's out there doing that to them. I'm not, they don't really know me personally. They don't know my history. That's why I mentioned some things like that, like my my approach and what I'm doing, because I realize that not everybody watching this knows me personally or has played with me in a band or is even in this region or zip code or anything or time zone. So that's why I kind of go into some of these concepts and things like that, because you know, that's for that reason. It's I don't need validation. I don't know. I know what my skills are. I know what my skill level is on guitar and bass. It's up there quite a ways. I know I can handle pretty much any position anywhere on guitar or bass. Vocally, I'm a little more limited in my range, but I can handle some stuff. If I picked the songs, I could do the whole thing and carry a whole night, of course, but I'd have to pick all the songs. We did, like I said, I did have that with a duo project about 4 years ago. The Out From Under project, and I do have a demo from that, but I don't want to play the demo because of the copyright thing. There's 4 covers and 1 original. I could play my original song with the drummer, where I had a drummer set up right here, and we were just doing duo stuff. You know, kind of like the Black Keys or White Stripes. I kind of like those bands with the duos, like Royal Blood. It's just a bass player and a drummer. You know, it's great because less attitudes to deal with, less people you have to pay, and less equipment. It's great, you know, and you can get a full sound with just 2 guys. You just have to work on your dynamics, make sure you got the right effects, you know, because you could kind of bring in an imaginary 3rd player or 4th player, you know. So duos are absolutely doable, absolutely, and I like them. I like those bands. That's why I like the Black Keys, and I like the White Stripes, Jack White. I like Royal Blood and bands like that, because they're showing that you don't need a full band to make great music and get out there. And they're out there touring the world, have been for years, you know. So that's why I like the solo thing too, but I think a duo is like the best, because then you've got one other person, mainly a drummer usually, keep the time, you know, they're the captain of the stage type of thing. And that's about it, I guess. I don't want to ramble on too much and bore you all, but I'm going to just talk to Mr. E drummer. We'll finish this set with one more. Oh, let's see. There we go. Basslightning. Until we meet again, we'll catch you all in the next one. Yeah.